cool. If I'm going to be an investor, this is what investors do or whatever. So like, all right, thank you so much, this and that. I'm like, mind you, we couldn't even take his car. He was, I take my car, go drive, get the dog food. It was some pro something dog food. I don't remember the name offhand, but it was. I know it was. We went to North Utica Tractor Supply Plus or whatever, and copped the food or whatever. So with that being said, like yeah, he like yo, I'm gonna pay you back once I sell my first pup, etc. etc. So mind you, he got the first pick of the litter, which I felt I should have got the first pick of the litter. So I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. It was a female, it was a fire Merle. Um, yeah, it was a fire Merle. I would have picked that dog, I ain't gonna lie. So I'm like, you know what? Alright, I'm gonna take this boy right here because I liked the structure. He had a few little patches. I'm coming up with names. I was gonna name him after one of my childhood friends that passed away. I was gonna name him Gary. And I was like, nah, I ain't gonna name him Gary. I'm gonna name him Meech. So like I'm helping him out with the dog. She like, yo, can you come over tomorrow to help me give the dogs a bath and the pups a bath? They're like, yo, but I don't got nothing to bathe them in. So I go to a dollar store, get like a tote, get like 2, 3 totes. So we won't have to keep on constantly changing the water. I mean, I got so many towels. I give them, I give them like 4 towels. So mind you, me giving them the towels, this is what he do. He put them in there for like comfort, like in making a bed for the dogs or whatever. So they having accidents. They got like a little smush poop all over them. I'm like, yo, can you wash them at your crib? Can you take them to the laundromat or anything? Nah, my son allergic to the dogs. So I'm like, So that's why the dog is staying in the garage. I guess during the winter, he was keeping the dog in the basement of the house. So I, so with that being said, I'm starting suspicious and red flags or whatever. But I'm like, yo, I'm already in this water knee high, so I'm gonna just try to ride it out. So the time came, he was supposed to pay me back that dub, and he ghosted. I'm calling him, asking about it, not not saying I needed the money, but I was also going through some things. That's why I was trying to invest and we all eat together. Maybe I sell him a few dogs for him. He could break me off with a little bread here or nothing like that. But that was never the picture. He wanted me to sell the dogs for him for free or whatever. So I'm starting to see things getting funny. I'm like, yo, my dog, I know it ain't able to survive on its own yet, but I brought a collar for it. It was like It was like a green, like almost like a bright green collar. So I put around the dog or whatever. Cool. So it's getting closer and closer. Cause the day that we was supposed to wash the dogs, he backed out and said, "Yo, tomorrow." So I bring the bowls over, and we finally get to the day we don't wash the dogs or whatever. So I'm like, yo, bro, what's going on with Meech collar? Why Meech collar that dirty? I'm telling you, bro, they climb out, move around, and get dirty like that. Mind you, just the collar is filthy. I mean, filthy like it's so filthy. It looked like it was just like dipped in mud and like smudged with mud. But I ain't gonna say nothing to him what I peep. Cause I'm like, yo, how the collar is dirty, but Meech ain't dirty like that. Because I'm starting to pick up on this dude, like he doesn't process and have the best communication skills with with morals and principles. So I'm starting to pick up on that. So once he wanted me to buy like like a whipping station for the pups to be able to sleep in or whatever, to keep them warm and all that. I was like, bro, I'm like, bro, give me some time on that. Which I had the credit card not even used, ready to crack open and use or whatever. But I ain't like the situation that went down with this collar. Because now I'm seeing that he's trying to get me out of my character. So I'm like, yo, bro, hold off on that, this and that. So we washing the pups. I bought gloves and all that. So mind you, we washing the pups. He having his kids come help with the pups and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, I don't think kids should be involved in doing this. I'm saying to myself. I'm like, bro, we wasting a lot of gloves and stuff. He like, yo, I don't know why it matters. I'm gonna be paying you back anyway. Like, mind you, his daughter, his son is helping, which his son is allergic to the dogs, which seems disturbing to me or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. But once again, he still was acting funny because he was like, yo, I feel violated, this and that, because you pressing me about the money that I owe you. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, yo, I said, yo, bro, you out of pocket. I said, what the hell you mean? Like, you feel violated. I said, number one, that's my money that I worked hard from. I said, first of all, you told me you was going to pay me one time, and then you backed out of it and said another time, and then you try to run it on me again. So I'm pressing the issue because I work hard for that money or whatever, not you. And you shouldn't feel pressed or whatever. I said anybody should be feeling pressed or feel a certain way about the money. It should be me because I'm doing you the favor. This and that. So I had that conversation. So mind you, so my boy Christopher that I knew for about 20 years, went to college with, that's not his real name, I'm just renaming it. I put him on. I'm like, yo, this is what's going on, this and that. So, because I started keeping my distance away from him. So I tell him what happened. He see Jose come out of his crib like with an attitude, this and that. Like, yo, Jose, come over. That's what Christopher says. So we chilling in Christopher backyard, this and that. Him like, yo, y'all need to fix this and that. I'm like, you know what, bro? I said, yo, I'd rather stay friends and stuff like that, but I'm gonna back away from this situation or whatever. You could just pay me what you owe me. We could come up with a date where you gonna pay me, mind you. He was like, give me a month. Mind you, it wasn't no real bread. It was under $100. So I'm like, all right, once you get situated, just pay me, bring me back my belongings. Mind you, he borrowed my pressure well. I should have cleaned his garage and stuff like that because it was horrible. He haven't been maintaining that or whatever. So it gets to that point where um, I'm helping him do that. I buy the cleaner and stuff like that. So mind you, the same day he do that, I'm getting my pressure washer back or whatever because I'm not letting that stay because that's a few $100 or whatever. I don't want to hear no dog chewed up the holes, chewed on. I don't want to hear none of that. So I'm like, yeah, bring that right back, bro. Like, can I hold it? Nah, I can't do that. So I left it as that. So I'm gonna say one of the people that was local that was supposed to be my boy. I'm just say his name was. I'm gonna say his name was Maurice. So Maurice was like, "How much for the dogs?" I'm like, $5 bands. He was at work. He was working for. At the time, I don't know where he was working or whatever, but I'm like $5 bands or whatever. So mind you, since I'm cutting ties, not being an investor anymore with the dogs, which Maurice don't know that. So long story short, Maurice find out who the person is because Maurice asked me do like, yo, do I know this person? I'm like, nah, you don't know the person because I didn't really know the person like that. I didn't know Jose like that. I just met Jose like that. But I remember some time ago, my wife was telling me that a dog had ran over here and it was a pit bull or whatever. So I had remember meeting him briefly in the past. I'm like, yo, that can't be happening and stuff like that. He's like, my bad. I said, yo, I'm not with, I was like, yo, I'm not with the shits like that. I'm not going to have that happen. It's going to be an issue. So mind you, my neighbor made it adamant. Oh, I'm ex police force, this and that. And she seen how he was keeping his property. His property wasn't upkeep. It was like it was dirty over there. Like it was garbage, stuff like that. It was so much garbage. Like when the wind blew, it was flying on other people's properties. So she wound up putting up a fence. But now I'm back to Maurice. So long story short, Maurice daughter, stepdaughter, whatever, wound up going to school with Jose daughter. And I guess Jose daughter came over to the house and came over to one another house or whatever. So, so they wound up meeting. So, mind you, Jose winds up meeting Maurice. They come up with a deal where he's he's selling he's gonna sell a dog to Maurice,